Hey guys, in this video I'd like to share with you a little known magic secret that allows me to perform a lot of my tricks, which might be taking a card out of the middle of the deck and putting it back somewhere else, or vanishing an object, or even vanishing a person. And you know what? I'm feeling a little nice today, so I'd like to let you see that moment very briefly. Maybe we could use this rubber band to demonstrate. Let's see. Under normal conditions, gravity takes over, yes, but when we need to freeze time and unfreeze is when the magic happens. And if you would like, you can examine that and let me know if you can replicate that. And guys, let's learn this trick now. Hey guys, this is a quick and simple, easy trick that you can have on you at all times and is good for kids. And it's pretty simple to do. It uses just an ordinary rubber band and another common prop in magic, which is easy to get and carry on you. They're called loops, and I'll leave a link in the description where you can get, I think last time I bought them, it was like an 8 or 10 pack for less than $10. So they're pretty cheap, and if you don't abuse them, they'll actually last for quite a long time. And also, any purchases you make of these or magic supplies through my links helps to support this channel, and I greatly appreciate it, and that helps me bring you more free magic, guys. So here's what they are. They're little, basically, it's called invisible thread. It's the same I don't know if you can see it, it's this little black thread, this little black line. It's basically the same as the invisible thread that is used to float dollar bills and to do other floating tricks. The only difference is, instead of it being an unstretchable string, these are actually stretchable. They'll stretch out and go back to normal size. I believe it's made out of woolly nylon thread is what it's called. And interesting thing is, old magicians used to actually pull these strands out individually from stockings. It's like the elastic stuff in stockings, but you don't have to do that anymore. You can buy them, and it's much easier than having to tie them and all that crazy stuff. You can buy them and they'll last a long time, and they're pretty cheap. And I'll make some more tricks on this channel of other tricks you can do using loops, and they're great because you can have them on you at all times. You can just wrap them around your wrist like you would a rubber band and walk around, and then when you're ready, you can just pull it up over your palm like that, and you're ready to go. And there are some professional magicians like Losander, which is a guy, I think he has a great presentation, super nice guy. He does basically 90% of his stuff in his acts is just floating magic tricks, and he uses loops. I believe, I think the guy's name was John Finch. He used loops to like float bubbles and things. I've seen Justin Miller use loops numerous times. So, you know, they're something that you can have on you and are versatile. They also sometimes now come with this little carrying case. So if you prefer, you can carry your loops around with this instead of having them on your wrist if you prefer. And for this trick, it's a little bit better to have a rubber band that's a little bit on the smaller side, not too small, and I'll show you why in a second. Basically, the way this trick is going to work is you're going to pull your loop into ready position here, which is across the palm. So it's basically running around my hand like this, and on the back side. So the rubber band looks like that. That's what the loop would look like. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your rubber band and you're going to drop it on top of the loop. And the first time you're going to basically mime and kind of condition the audience. You're just going to pick it up normal and you're going to drop it. And you could do that again if you want, but when you're going to do the move, what you want to do is you want to aim to drop it so that the loop is right here in the middle of the rubber band. And essentially, here's what you're going to do when you're ready to do the move. If you can see that loop right here, you're going to basically grab the loop first, and then you're going to go backwards, grab the rubber band while keeping hold of the loop, and you're going to lift them both up and kind of stretch out your hand a little bit just to kind of tighten the loop as much as you can. Go up with the loop about this high. You want it to get a little bit tight, of course not too tight or you're going to break it. And at this point I'm holding the loop and the rubber band. What you're going to do is you're going to, while the loop is tight, you're going to drop the rubber band. You're going to just lighten your grip just a little bit. You're going to drop the rubber band, but you're going to keep your pinch hold of the loop right here. So right now, I don't know if you can see it, but the loop is making kind of like a triangle over my hand, and you're going to drop just the rubber band, and you're going to see that it's going to, as the triangle widens out, there's an area where it's going to stop. And at that point, you can show it around for a second, and then when you release the grip on the loop, it's going to drop. And then you can, the great thing is there's no hookup, there's nothing attached to the rubber band, so you can and your hand is free to move and it looks clean. So you're free to, at that point, pick up the rubber band, stretch it out, show it. You can hand it out for examination. You can move this hand and people are not going to notice that. You can even, what helps is to just use this hand to hold the rubber band. So it's, people won't notice that it's dirty. And it's really easy to do. One thing I wanted to mention about this trick too, as a quick little tip, first of all, when you release, you want to not use too much motion up here. You want to try to just release as subtly as you can with this hand. Very little movement. Don't do a big movement where it looks like you're maybe dropping something. And the second tip is that you want to hold this position just for a few seconds. And the reason for that is if you're going to drop, it looks like initially, you're dropping the rubber band, so you're the rubber band is stopping in time and you're kind of frozen right here. But if you hold this position too long, it kind of looks like, well, why doesn't he just take his hand away and leave the rubber band floating in time? So you're left in this position where it can start to look like maybe you're holding something. So you just want to hold that freeze position with the rubber band just briefly rather than too long, if that makes sense. I wanted to mention why I told you not to use a larger rubber band. And here's why. If the rubber band is too large, what's going to happen is there won't be enough width at the bottom to catch the rubber band, so it'll kind of just fall all the way to the bottom without stopping. So you want to get a slightly smaller rubber band, and if you practice it, you'll see what I'm talking about, and that'll make more sense. But you need it to be a small enough rubber band for the trick to work. Check out, I'm going to release the next video where I'll show you how you can actually float the rubber band doing another method. So be on the lookout. I'll leave a link to that, and that's coming up soon. So guys, I hope you like this super easy, fun trick. And if you do, let me know and leave a thumbs up and go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. And check out the next video, guys. Thanks for watching.